Hey. I need to make like a fucking compilation of all these creepy intros because it's getting worse. All right. Hi. Welcome into another video. We're here, we're sitting down because season 4 of Sex Education is coming out soon, right? Now, I don't know what I was doing or where I was or whether I was even doing like movie and TV reactions the time season 3 came out. I can't remember because it's been a while, I think. But I want to react to season 4, but to do so, I feel like I need to get you guys in the loop a little bit, let you know who are my faves, who I don't like, what are my thoughts up to now, so then you guys know what to expect, obviously, when I start reacting to season 4, because I'm not reacting to the first 3 seasons, because I've seen them all, and I didn't really have time. On top of that, I am in the midst of moving. I literally get the keys to my new place today in about an hour and a half, so we're going to make this pretty quick. Hopefully it's going out the same day that I'm shooting it. I guess we'll see. But yeah, as usual, I'm going to do a little tier list situation. I haven't made it, but I have changed the names. So let's get into it. Before we start the ranking, I would just like to say that I have rewatched season 3 pretty recent. I literally finished it last night. I haven't rewatched season 1 and 2 just because, like I said, I haven't really got time. I only decided that I wanted to react to them like this week. So yeah, so if I forget anything or if I place someone somewhere a bit interesting, then obviously let me know and I can always revise it. But for the most part, I think I'm good. So let's just crack on in. First category we've got, top of the top, all vulvas are beautiful. Amy, icon. She had a whole plot line with vulvas and vagina and whatnot this season, and I absolutely loved it. So I thought it was only fitting. Then we've got Boots. This is for the characters that are sickening still, but they're not top of the top, cream of the crop for me, but I still really enjoy them as a character. We've then got Cute. Like, they're a cute character. I enjoy them on screen, but I'm not eager to see them constantly. Needs work. Pretty self-explanatory. Meh, self-explanatory. And then we've got window screen poop. Now, obviously, like I said, I have rewatched season 3 really recent. We had the whole thing with I don't even know what his name is. I'm probably going to forget names in this, guys, right? I'm shit at names. Him that flung the poop out the window and then it hit the... Yeah, right? That's why I decided to call that category that. But yeah, with all that said, let's get ranking, baby. First, we've got Adam. Straight away, all vulvas are beautiful. I love his progression as a character. I remember he was an arsehole to begin with. Obviously, now he's gay. Now he's fruity. He's with... Kinda not, we don't know. With Eric, I think they broke up at the end of season 3, so I guess we'll just see where that goes. We'll get more into that when we get to Eric, because there's a lot to be said. But we had the whole scene of him finally getting recognition for something at the dog tournament thing. That was adorable. I really feel for him because, I mean, school is difficult. It's not for everybody, and obviously he is struggling a little bit. He got cheated on. I know how that feels, okay? I know how that feels. It is rough, it is brutal, and I do not wish it on anybody, okay? So, for that reason, hello, top of the top. Amy, I mean, it's her fault that we've got the top category, do you know what I mean? Let's go. Vulvas are beautiful. Top of the top of the top. She's an iconic character. Comedic. Timing, the house, I fucking love her. She's honestly one of my all-time favourite characters, and I'm not typically the most into comedy. Like, I don't watch that many comedies, but this show in general, I feel like, has a great mix of relatability, but also comedy, dirty jokes, dark humour, that kind of thing, and I fuck with it. And she's like the personification of that for me. But then obviously we do have the serious side to her, which is obviously the fact that she got assaulted in a prior season. She's obviously struggling with that and coming to terms with how she acts and the way she treats people around, and now that obviously that has happened. Moving on, what's his name? I feel like it's an R word. Like, is it like Raheem or something? I think he might be called Raheem. I'm going to put him in cute because sometimes it can be a bit too mean, right? But I do get that it's like part of his charm. Like, he's a sassy, stroppy gay, like a bitchy gay. And I mean, we all know him, right? We all know him. They're a classic breed. But sometimes it can get a bit much. But I do like him as a character. Like, as far as like the stereotypical gay characters go, like, he hits the brief but in a fun way. You know what I mean? We've then got Cal. They're sickening. I'm going to put them in boots because I'm excited to see where their story goes. They're good at, like, talking about their feelings, which not many young people can say. And I'm loving seeing them figure out who they are, who they want to be. The whole story with Jackson and Cal, really interesting to see, literally, like, a cisgendered, popular guy navigating a potential queer relationship. That's interesting, and I feel like we've not really seen that much. So yeah, I'm intrigued to see where Cal and Jackson kind of go. And I mean, representation, can't knock it. We've then got this girly. I'm just going to put her in meh because I don't really care. Like, she's kind of like a side character. I could do with or without her. Don't get me wrong, like, she's kind of funny. She likes a lot of sex. She fits the show. Him, we really didn't see much of him either, but he's struggling with having a small penis, right? But I'm going to put him in cute because the scene with the goats and him worrying about his small penis and him being naked and that whole thing was really funny to me. And I mean, Amy, once again, just added to the funny. So, yeah. All penises are beautiful as well as vulvas, right? Just putting that out there. Eric. Now, this is an interesting one, isn't it? I am going to put Eric. Now, this might be unpopular because I do really like Eric as a character, but I would be robbing nobody, but I would be doing myself a disservice if I didn't put him in needs work, right? Now, just because obviously he looks lower than the boots and the cute category, that doesn't really mean anything. The needs work category is like a category all on its own, right? And it just so happens that it's kind of in the middle. I really, really like Eric as a character. Don't get me wrong. He is, once again, a pretty stereotypical, what the media sees as gay. So I remember towards the beginning of the show, I was a bit, does he need to be like this stereotypical? But he has grown on me a lot. I really like him as a character. I actually really enjoyed seeing him like kind of navigate, going back to his roots, seeing his family, not being out, because obviously it was punishable by death. Or at least I think so, or maybe prison, I don't know. But navigating that whole thing of obviously some of his family not knowing, that was really interesting, and I think it added to his character for sure. And it also showed us a bit more of a relatable side rather than it just being, like I said, kind of a stereotypical media gaze of a gay image. But love him, but he did cheat on, what's his name? I literally said his name at the beginning. This is what I mean, guys. Names just leave. I can't remember his name. But he cheated on him. And I don't like cheating. I always think, now here's the two sides of like this kind of internal debate that I've got going on. Cheating, it's never good, it's never right, never should happen. Right? To me, like, the easier option is always to speak about it with your partner. If something's not working, talk to them about it, right? And then get out of the relationship if you feel like you want to pursue other people. Although, in Eric's situation, it's an interesting one because the whole thing with obviously him experiencing like an underground gay scene where obviously he's from or whatever, and like that all kind of took him by surprise. He got kind of swooped up in it. It was obviously overwhelming. And on top of that, seeing all those people out and proud-ish to a certain extent and like enjoying that kind of nightlife that obviously he finds himself enjoying. And then going back to Adam, that's his name, going back to Adam, who was obviously at the very beginning of like his coming out journey and getting to know himself and obviously trying to navigate that. I can kind of see why it happened. I don't think it was right, but at the same time, they are kids. They're going to make mistakes. Not every child or teenager in general is going to be as open and honest about their feelings and being able to talk about it if they're struggling. Sometimes stupid shit can happen, and kissing that guy for me was a stupid move on Eric's part. Okay, now Maeve's mum, I can't quite... Is her name Anna? Or is that somebody else? I think Anna's the foster mum or something. I'm not sure if she's on here. Yeah, guys, there might be some characters missing because I didn't make this. And I know there's a few like little background characters or like characters that are just starting that are definitely not on here. But anyway, Maeve's mum, she is like the queen of needs work, right? She's obviously got an addiction. That's hard in itself. She's obviously dealing with the fact that she can't be with her children because it's not what's good for them right now. And I hope that she gets better and she does make changes. I'm not sure if we'll see it. I'm not sure if they'll continue showing her or not. Because the last we kind of saw of her was like she was giving Maeve the money to obviously go to America. She was saying that she was going to fucking change, and I guess we'll just see if she does. I would like to see it, to be honest. Next, we've got this teacher. I don't know his name, can't remember his name, but he's kind of funny. I am going to put him just in cute, though, but he's going to go at the top of cute, just because some of the humour can be a bit played out for me, but he is really funny. Love the whole sucking on my titties rendition. Loved all that. But yeah, he's just a fun teacher. I hope. Now, I easily could put her in needs work because I do believe she's not at the age where she's unable to come round to certain ideas. Like, she's clearly just got a very traditional head on, and that's not going to work for me. Although, the only kind of redeeming factor is, obviously, as we saw, she is going through a lot with IVF, trying to get pregnant, that whole thing. Her personal life does seem quite stressful. But just for the sake of the tier list, I am going to put her in window screen poop. Because I'm not sure if we'll see her actually do the work. She might have just been like one season and that's it. But some of the stupid ideas that she was putting forth and trying to put into practice in the school were ridiculous. And I didn't enjoy. But at the same time, it was interesting to see the kids kind of like fuck her over. And I think that's actually quite interesting in terms of just like relevance today in real life, that like this whole woke culture that like some of these more traditional people have an issue with. All we want is equality. We want people to be accepted, and we want people to not be told they have to die for being themselves. Right? That's basically it. Isaac. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, right? There was parts of the season where I really despised him, right? And I don't like the fact that he didn't give Maeve the message from Otis. That fucked me off. That is just an invasion of privacy. Fucking with someone's personal stuff it's not for me. But do I think that he really did care for Maeve and does care for Maeve? Yes. Am I glad that Maeve's not with him? Yes. Yeah. And that's kind of that on that. Like, I feel like he had good intentions, stupid actions. So for that reason, do I put him in needs work? But I don't really care that much, which maybe is unpopular, I don't know. I'm just going to put him in window screen poop because I don't really care. I don't know, because like, how do you work on invading someone's privacy? It's just a shit move. Don't get me wrong, it's not the worst thing he could have done, but it wasn't good, was it? I'm not bothered about him. Jackson, I'm going to put him in boots. Right behind Cal. Their situation, I kind of hit on it before. I'm really enjoying seeing how this is going. It's so interesting to see like how he started and then kind of how it's going. And him like dealing with the fact that obviously he's not swimming anymore. He's not at the height of his popularity. Like, he wasn't head boy. Now I think he is again. But it was quite interesting to see kind of like, not a fall from grace, but kind of a fall from grace, you know? Interesting to me. We've then got Jakob. Needs work. Right? Some of the shit that he was spouting, like, doesn't believe in therapy. All men must be manly, not cry, strong name, that whole thing, not for me. But do I think he could be a good man? Yes, I do. Right? And he's sexy. So there is also that. Jean Melbourne, boots. Oh no, fuck it. Fuck it. We're going to go in all vulvas are beautiful. Because she's a great mother. Don't get me wrong, she makes some mistakes. But I mean, everyone in this show makes mistakes. We nearly lost her. Right? The pregnancy really took a turn. I'm glad she's alive. I really like Jean Melbourne. I think she's a great mum. I love the fact that she's a therapist, to be honest. I think that I'd love to have a therapist for a mum. Don't get me wrong, I'm sure as a teenager growing up, I'm sure it could be really grating. But being able to analyse your feelings and like talk to someone as open as Jean Melbourne, I think that's a beautiful thing. Like, I wish my parents sometimes were a bit more open to speak about certain topics, but not every parent is and not every kid is, right? But I love Jean for that. Him, same deal, kind of a meh character. He obviously dealt weed to Ruby's dad, who I'm not sure is on here. I can't tell. But yeah, I could do with or without him. Same for him. Could do with or without him. He's kind of funny, I guess. Don't see him that much. Lily, oh God. I'm going to put her at the top of Boots. Because she's really going through it these days, guys. She's really going through it, bless. Like, she was very up and down in her belief of aliens, right? Feeling like shit. The whole thing with the signs really, really tugged on my heart. No, you know what? She's going in all vulvas are beautiful because she really has a little special place in my heart, and I really want the best for Lily. And it was really tough to see the shit that Hope was pulling and like how it was making her feel and like really question who she is and what she enjoys. That was rough and brutal. I just like Lily. I do. Maeve. Maeve. Because realistically, she needs work, bless. She's gone through shit in her life. But I think I've got to put her in all vulvas are beautiful, just because she's got like the best intentions. Do you know what I mean? She's going to America. Yikes. She represents us poor people. I grew up poor. I know what it's like. I'm glad that she obviously got the money. She's putting herself first rather than focusing on a relationship. As a child, as a teen, I think that's really important. Yeah, I just like her. She's a bit feisty, which I like. She's not afraid to tell people where to shove it. And yeah, but I'm not denying she definitely does need work. She definitely does need to figure herself out a bit. She needs to heal from like childhood trauma for sure, because she has been through the ringer. Maureen, absolute icon. I'm going to put her at the top of cute, right? Loved the whole scene with her and Amy. We don't see her that much, but when she is on screen, I do enjoy. Him needs work. I think I'll put him behind. I'll put him there because he does need work. He is a nice character, and it is interesting once again to see a straight man struggle a little bit. I'm not mad about it. Obviously, the divorce may or may not be happening. We saw them kind of almost reconcile at the end of the season 3. He stuck up to his stupid brother. Obviously, he's been through shit. Even though he's straight, like, he's been through shit as a child, like getting bullied. It's once again this whole idea that men have to be men. Men can't cry. The whole thing with his dad pissed me off. So there's that. I don't know who this guy is.
Sorry to this man.
I don't know him. I'm sure he's one of the dads. So I don't really know what to do. I guess I'll just put him in there because I don't remember who he is. Oh, what's her name now? I can't remember her name either. I'm so bad at names. I don't really know where to put her. Because she didn't really have that much progression in season 3. Obviously, her and Lily's relationship was kind of turbulent. We obviously got a bit more of an insight into, like, obviously how she feels about her mum's passing and the new baby, and obviously trying to figure out this new family dynamic. I'm going to put her at the bottom of Boots because she's a nice character. I enjoy her, but I would like to see her go a bit further. Like, where's her and Lily's relationship going to go? Is it going to work? This whole thing. She's going to go in Boots. She's like a typical, like, popular girl with funny problems. Otis pissed me off. I'm not going to lie to you. Now, this might be unpopular, right? But Otis kind of annoys me. Don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, so I think I am going to put him in All Vulvas Are Beautiful. I'll put him there. Oh, no. I'll put him there. He's going to go in All Vulvas Are Beautiful because he's a great guy. He's good at helping people out with their feelings. But he did piss me off because I love Ruby. We may as well just get to Ruby right now. All Vulvas Are Beautiful. I'm going to put her behind Amy. Her and Amy are kind of tied for me. Right, I understand that she's bitchy. I understand that she's somewhat unlikable, but not to me. I love her. We got a bit of a backstory into her now, which is really interesting. Obviously, like, it's all a facade, essentially. Like, her at school, like, it's all a facade. She puts up a front because, obviously, she's worried about how people will perceive her if they know what her real life is actually like and how she lives outside of school. That's really interesting. But what pissed me off about Otis is the whole him not being with Ruby. Now, don't get me wrong, Otis and Maeve, I also agree they very much suit each other, but I really love the dynamic of Ruby and Otis and how she was this like ridiculously popular, privileged girl, we thought, and how like he was kind of bringing her out of her shell. He was experiencing something new. Their dynamic was just so fun to me, and I found myself laughing a fuck ton at Ruby and Otis. And obviously that went down the shitter because Otis doesn't love her. Pissed me off, right? But I understand you can't force yourself to love someone, so I completely understand. And that's why he's still in All Vulvas Are Beautiful, because realistically, it's not his fault. But he pissed me off because I like Ruby so much. Okay, does that make sense? That's where I'm at. I can't remember his name. I feel like it's like Vincent or something. Is it Vincent? If it is, I slayed. I'm going to put him in cute. Above, at the very top of cute, though, because there's something there for me between Vincent and Adam. Now, am I the only one who thinks that maybe something might happen with them two? Because obviously, like, Adam kind of weirdly confided in Vincent. I'm going to call him Vincent. I'm not sure if that's his name. He kind of confided in him about Eric and that whole situation. Towards the end, when obviously Vincent was reading Adam's poem, like, why did I kind of sense that maybe he's into Adam? I don't know. That could be interesting. I don't know who this guy is, so let's just put him in there. Don't know who she is. Put her in there. I'm sure she's the mum. I'm sure she's cool. Another teacher, what's her name? Yasmin or something? She was in Hollyoaks, I believe, or EastEnders. I'm going to put her in Boots. Oh, I need to switch them two around for sure. I'm putting her in Boots because she was not afraid to go against the grain a little bit. When Hope was obviously trying to put these stupid things in order, she said to the kids, no, right? Go see a proper sexual health person and they'll tell you the tea. Don't listen to this outdated bullshit, right? And I love that. Her and the other teacher together, they're a very fun dynamic. I like her because she is somewhat uptight, but then she knows how to let loose sometimes, and I kind of like that. But yeah, not much to be said, but I just like her. And I'm pretty sure I liked her in EastEnders or Hollyoaks or whatever she was in. That was the guy from season 2, but we didn't see him, I don't think, in season 3, so I'm not sure why he's on here. I can't remember how things ended, so I'm just going to put him... fuck it, I'll put him in window screen poop. Just because I can't remember. Jackson's mum, I like how soft she's kind of become a little bit. I remember towards the beginning there was a bit of an up and down with her and Jackson maybe, or some sort of family dynamic that wasn't working right. But she, like in this season, like specifically season 3, she was a bit more soft. Obviously, her and Jackson were kind of getting along. He was able to confide in her a little bit about obviously trying to navigate this queer relationship, all these feelings that he was having for Cal. So for that reason, I think I'll put her where Maureen is. Cute, like her. We've then got, guys, he's so sexy, but I don't know his name. But he's Amy's boyfriend. Sexy bastard. And just for that reason, I am going to put him in Boots, and I don't give a flying fuck. I don't give a flying fuck. He deserves the best. He deserves to be gay. He deserves to be gay, and I don't know. It's just sexy, and I like him, okay? And I know people are going to have an issue with the fact that he's in Boots, because realistically, he doesn't really do much. He's just there, right? But it's just sexy. And I can't remember her name, but we had the whole thing with her boyfriend, and like she was under Hope's thumb, and then she wasn't. She did the whole recording of the audio, which was sickening. She was kind of scheming. Oh, her name was on the tip of my... Vivian. Her name's Vivian. I'm going to put her in Boots. Okay? She was a bit of a schemer towards the end. Don't get me wrong, she kind of grated on me like maybe the first half, but obviously as soon as she got on board that Hope was an arsehole, it worked for me. It just did. Okay? And guys, that is the ranking. Hopefully this was speedy enough. I've not been filming for half an hour yet. It's knocking on though, so I'm going to wrap this up quick. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. That's the ranking. As usual, I'll leave it in the description if you want to fill it out. Tag me in it. Send it to me. I'd love to see them. Let me know, I guess, how tasteless you think you are. How tasteless you... Let me know how tasteless you think I am now, and I will see you soon for season 4 reactions, baby. They're coming soon! Woo!